Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Synthwave Hangout. And today we have a very different kind of show going on. As some of you have seen, we have kicked off Warren, the regular co-host, due to internal problems. And we have a new co-host. Why don't you introduce yourself?
네, 안녕하세요, 여러분. 파샹입니다. 반갑습니다. Oh, hi. It's me, Pashang. It's lovely to see you all today. Sorry, I was in a mild argument with a convenience store worker a couple of minutes before I got on the Discord chat. So my brain was in Korean mode.
That's perfect. And I wonder how long we're going to keep this joke going of kicking Dom off the show before somebody messages one of us and it's like, what happened?
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that, actually. I don't know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I might have to make it. I'm going to keep the lie going.
All right, yeah, we've kept this kind of in the chats and everything just randomly for so long, but we'll see what happens. And I found something, before we introduce our special guest, I found something kind of ironic that the intro song that we normally use for this show is made by WinDose. And then we changed it to one of your songs for the show featuring WinDose.
The WinDose track is objectively better.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that one we played is total garbage. Definitely not my favorite track that person's ever done.
Quarter-Rands was my first new Retro-Wave placement, but you know.
Yeah, whatever. You know, who cares about that? It's so funny. I'm so not used to this music in the background. It is throwing me off. So if I am like stuttering or everything, that's why. It's like my whole reality is different now.
I gotta unmute YouTube for a second and listen to it. Oh, it's my music.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
So anyways, let's introduce our guest, our special guest, who is debuting on this show for the first time.
Yep.
Are you there, mystery guest?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Oh, I thought you would sound totally different than this from your music and art and everything like that.
Yeah, you sound kind of old.
Yeah, you sound very old.
Yes.
That was my concern too.
I am very, very old.
Perfect.
Sorry, I was just
How's
taking
everybody
a sip
doing
of my
today?
Twisted tea. I'm doing great, WinDose.
Yes,
Sir?
WinDose. You remind me of someone. It's gonna kill me. I'll get it before the end of the show, I think.
Yeah, it's okay.
Breaking my brain, but
This will never get old. It's
Right.
I love it.
Well, if anyone knows anything about this show, it is that I am surprised by the show number at the beginning every time, which actually I didn't say. Episode 39. Wow, I can't believe we've got this far. That's a bingo thing right there. And that it is just a constant stream of running jokes that we maybe only find funny. So, you know,
I might not even find them funny.
Well, that's why you're the new co-host, because you are right
in
in with that.
Jokes now.
You're right in with that humor as well.
Yeah, you're still fresh with all of Dave's jokes.
Right. Right.
Yes, I am very, very fresh. Unlike Warren, who's sadly not with us today.
Yeah. I don't know.
In spirit.
I sent a fruit basket to him, and we'll see if that will mend some fences.
Yeah,
So,
right. It just comes in, it's all veggies.
Right, it's all vegetables. It just says hint, and you're just like roll
Old?
mad.
Old convinced me today for 2 minutes that bananas are vegetables. I asked him what kind of vegetable he would be if he could be a vegetable, and he said a banana. And he was like, "They're vegetables, dude." I had to Google it.
Right.
Always fact check, people.
Yeah,
Yes, always fact check. Always.
Right, and what's great about you is during like the time where like most people you talk to are like awake and everything like that, it's like midnight or usually in the middle of the next morning for you, or, you know, like it's like 2 a.m. So you're tired enough where you might be able to fall for this kind of stuff. And you know, and like I'm sending you mocked up charts with all these vegetables and bananas in there, and you're like, reality is just broken.
Yeah, him and Craig live in the future.
Oh yeah. That's another bingo thing, right?
For the record, bananas are berries. They are berries.
Oh,
Burry.
oh, okay.
They're berries.
And why is that?
I don't know. That's what Google told me. I didn't fact check the fact checking. Come on, there's only so many levels I can go with this.
I just realized that your Windows
many
logo,
layers.
your Windows logo is very low for some reason, or maybe it's not.
Like, you mean
There's something wrong with the corner of the screen. I can't. It's very small. I can't see what it is.
I love that, by the way. It cracks me up. It reminds me of the time that you and Warren took over the Dan show.
That was a good catch, by the way.
Yep. And his face was over the back of the car or whatever. It was funny.
Yeah, that's actually the same. That's what gave me the thought, actually. And it was like last night for me, anyways. I was talking with Pashang, and I was like, "Can you just send me that picture of your face so I could have you just sticking out of the corner?"
It's so good. I love it.
And I love two things. I love that he was down for it, and I love that I absolutely knew he'd be down for it.
Yeah.
Right. I liked the promo where it's like the record.
Yeah,
from a Windows song to a Windows song.
Right. Yeah, if you had any if you had any questions on what kind of show this was going to be, that promo is the only thing that you had to see. I think to know what you'd be in for.
Pretty much, and I was trying to set the vibe, and I feel like I did a pretty good job of it.
Right. No, I think you did, and it's it's funny. Like I do envision your face being like that at all times. Just
it basically is at this point. I was going to say I've forgotten what my serious face looks like. The semester is going to have to start. I have to get back in professor mode and kind of give the evil death glare to a few rambunctious freshmen.
Right.
That's right. You got to give him the dad look.
Right. So, anyways, we could do this all day. Let's talk a little bit about the Windows project real quick before we end up just talking all the way through this segment here. Why don't you talk a little bit about what this project is and how it started and how it kind of transitioned from what you were doing before?
Yeah. All right. So, I think it started about a little over a year ago. Maybe about a year and a half. I don't remember actually, to be honest, but I remember what started was I wrote a track called Corner Office. And I was just fiddling around with new ideas, and it was actually you and Gamma Flow, and I believe Old and Pashang, I believe were the people who kind of like they just said like you should do this full time, and I'm like I don't know.
I remember when you first showed me Corner Office, and I had only heard Warren stuff that you showed me from that separate artist, and I was like, I know you want to copy this sound of this separate person, but this stuff has a totally different vibe that I love. And I'm really glad that you weren't like, I don't know, whatever. With like it's happened so many times in our life, right?
Yeah. Like it was one of those things where I've always been a huge fan of vaporwave and chill synth.
Yeah.
And I didn't ever try to make it, and it was kind of one of those things that I kind of fell into, and I don't know. It's been a wild ride, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But I had a lot of fun doing it, and I decided that I was going to start putting together an album, and then I spent a year doing that, and then it's almost ready to be out there. I'm hoping mid-September is the cutoff point. I'm hoping.
That's coming up.
Yes.
We can't all be like Pashang and just nail it these bangers in like one afternoon, right?
That's weird, right? Like it's one of those things that I've never really understood about myself when it comes to making music. It's I make it quick, but it doesn't happen all the time. I mean, it's strange. It's just strange. They'll have like weeks where you've seen it. You'll have weeks, or I'll have weeks. I mean, where I will knock out like 12 songs, and they'll sound pretty good, and then I'll have like weeks where I can't write a thing. So I don't know, it's strange. You
and Pashang, I don't know if you feel this too, but what Windows does is you make a song that's like really good in like a day, and then you obsess about it and cognitively pace back and forth for like a month saying I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
That's the way that it's done.
That's a great expression. Yes. Cognitively pacing back and forth. I'm stealing that.
Yeah. That is what he does. Just sitting and typing.
Windows hates. Right. You see, Windows hates regular synthwave. That's so
Warren, funny. More like boring.
Oh,
more like boring. That's never going to get old either. I love that name.
Yeah, boring. Yeah. So,
am I not the first person to make that joke?
Oh no, that was made. Where was that joke originally?
No. Nope. You made it up. It was all you.
Oh yeah,
Thanks,
yeah,
man.
it was you. That's right.
Validate me. Yeah.
Right.
I forgot that they're all you all the time. That's
yes.
and yeah.
Anything funny came from him.
Right. Originally or inspired by him. Absolutely. I think that's the way. So I know Pashang had some hard-hitting questions you wanted to start with because we got to move on to music in a minute. But what's your first burning question that the audience wants to know?
Oh man, put me on the spot.
I did. I gave you no warning for this.
No warning at all. I love it. I'm gonna ask the question in Korean, so he can just
he knows
answer
it.
whatever question he wants.
Knows it.
No, I was gonna ask of all the songs that you have written for the album, which one took you the longest to get right in your head? Because, like you said, you have those 12 songs in a week kind of weeks, and then you have the one song in 2 weeks kind of time periods. Did you have any song that was like a total B word to finish?
Yeah, I would say it's probably Day Shift. It was one of the first singles I released, and then I months later, as I learned more about what I was doing, it took a while for me to get the sound down right. And I mean, it sounds musically the same, but like getting the that's a tough question because technically Day Shift was done, but like it wasn't done, and I don't know. It was a really tough one. And then I think the other one that would probably be just as tough was a song on there is going to be called Gloss. So
I remember lots of our discussions about Gloss.
Yeah, Gloss was one that took me a long time because it was something I originally wrote like years, like about 2 years ago, and it wasn't going to be a WinDose track, and then it kind of just evolved as I kind of like gathered the whole sound together, I guess.
So you're saying you originally glossed over the idea of it being a WinDose track?
I did, yes.
That was good. You're writing that down?
You nailed it.
You're writing that
joke.
That was a pretty
Cue
good
the
one.
crickets.
Oh shoot, we lost all our viewers are gone. What happened?
Yeah, they're gone. That was a terrible joke. No, I'm just kidding.
No, yeah, interesting answer.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that, like in our discussions throughout this Windows stuff, where some stuff you send me and I'm like, all right, this is the #1 hit, and you're like, this took 5 minutes. I'm like, get out of here. I hate you. I hate you.
I believe it.
Yeah, I remember like till this day, Dave's reaction to my music is always the thing that always kills me every time. That's how I know he's genuine.
Right.
Is that every time I send him something, he's like, did you just? I think you just did it to me the other day too. And you're like, what? You just made this? I'm like, well, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like going back and forth on a flute sound, and I'm like, I don't know, should I just quit music? You know what I mean? And you're like sending me stuff. It's awesome.
I keep saying this to everybody, but you are, in my opinion, better than me.
Oh,
like,
thanks,
you write
man.
Extremely good.
Thanks.
No, he's talking to me. You get out of here. You get out of here.
Yeah, both of you are very, very talented.
You ruined my joke of saying that.
We've been doing the show together for ages or something. I don't even get a word in.
That's right.
New guest.
No, right. We just slowly transitioned into Pashang being the guest of the show, like midway through, and he's like, "Wait, what's happening?" All of a sudden, WinDose is like, "So that new song you have coming out, what is it? What's going on?" But
I'm going to be nice, but now I'm going to point out that the Google Play QR code is slightly smaller than the Apple Store, and that's going to bother you for the rest of the show.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's actually offset just a little bit too. If you look, see it's like
there was some big addition to the screen that I had to quickly shift everything up. So I don't
know what you're talking about.
I may have missed something on that.
I love how my head is like flipped, so it says dog faux
That's right.
Instead of fear of God. That's my flex hat. It's expensive hat. Nobody's going to know where it was from.
Right. I just wanted to make it as annoying for you as possible. That's all. But we're half past the hour, so we got to move on to the first music block. So, so we'll catch everybody after this.
All right.
Yep.
Got that
And we're back. Nice little surprise there at the end.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah, I dig that.
6 minute, 3 second surprise.
Yeah, 6 minutes. I don't think I made these background tracks quiet enough, by the way, so I'm going to have to lower the volume, and then I forgot to raise it, as people saw. And so I was just kind of inching it up slowly. I didn't want to blow anyone's head off.
Hey, Benny Greatest here. What's up, dude?
Jesus Christ, this one is way too loud. Anyways.
You swore first.
You did it.
Oh, okay. Well, the gates are open, I guess, now.
The gates of heck.
Right. The gates of heck. Yeah, so it's funny. We've got WinDose on here, a picture of Pashang on the screen, and a feature of a Pashang preview song going on.
What is going on here?
This is WinDose and I really didn't want to interview him, right? It was really about you. This is like a Inception type thing, right?
It's like a reverse intervention.
Right. Like
we've just don't.
Right. Oh, there it is. But the reason that we wanted to do this today too is because your first kind of published song is out. It came out on the 8th. And so it made sense to do the WinDose interview now. And that song is not only excellent, but it's doing very well. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, thanks, man. That was honestly, I don't know, it was weird. It was, I've been waiting to do these collabs for a while.
Yeah.
And it was just strange how it all kind of happened. It was like, I think the weirdest thing was to see like my monthly listeners double in like a weekend.
It's
24 hours. It was very strange.
This is so you and me, because you're like, I don't know, I didn't check the numbers, and I'm like checking them every like 2 hours and being like, dude, check this out. Hey man, have you seen this?
Like,
and you're like, I don't know.
He's like messaging me. He's like, He's like, dude, you seeing this? And I'm like, no, I haven't even looked. And like, I was like, holy crap.
Right. So yeah, that is
I
the
think
way.
about half the streams are from me. I really, really like that song.
Yeah, I really like that song too. And I wondered why over half those streams were from South Korea. That makes sense now.
Right?
It does make sense now.
Actually, I have to use a VPN. I have to use a VPN to pretend like I'm in America, so it wouldn't work out that way. It's
Just
stupid. I paid for a VPN so that I can get free Spotify.
Oh my
he's
God.
like hacking. He's hacking the Bluetooths and like coffee shops and everything he's going to, and playing the track.
Yeah, no, you.
Oh no, I just have a playlist with 8,000 copies of the song.
Right.
I just loop it constantly. You're gonna get kicked off of Spotify pretty soon.
Right. Just a massive spike in the middle of your things, all from different like Asian countries. They'll get on that right away.
This is amazing. Wow, so many people listen to this.
You're huge in Korea. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Nearly average.
Oh man.
But as far as
that was a surprising. I mean, I don't know. I'm always shocked by things. It's like I'm a goldfish or something. Like I don't remember. Like, oh.
Yeah. You're surprised that your song did well? You're probably the only one.
Yeah.
Maybe, I guess. I don't know. I'm always surprised, man. I'm always surprised when people tell me they like my stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, when I got on with Pashang yesterday to talk about stuff before the show, it was just a large part of it just making fun of this fact about you, I think. I mean, I believe I brought it up several times.
My astonishment all the time.
Well, the fact that you're like, oh, I don't know, I didn't even look. I don't know. And I'm like, I'm like reposting it, and you're like, oh, I'm going to post it soon. I'm like, do it now. What are you doing? Post.
Yeah, you
it's
push
like
me, and I appreciate that,
now.
man. Like I said, I appreciate everybody who pushes me to do things, because I'm my worst enemy. So,
we have a Temporal Waves audio critique here. Why is Pashang's voice so echoey?
Echoey.
Well, you're hiding in a bathroom, right? I thought.
No, this is actually where I live.
Okay. Your normal voice sound then.
No, he lives in the bathroom is what he's saying.
Oh, I see.
He figured it out.
Yeah, I'm putting it together.
I sleep standing up because Korean bathrooms usually don't have bathtubs.
He's got like a little rollout thing that he rolls into the tub.
Right, yeah, right.
I don't have a tub. There's no bathtubs in Korean apartments unless you're loaded.
Wow. Oh my God. Yeah, it's funny. Every time we talk about Korea, you just talk about how like stuff is like not like different than the US and sometimes not as good. You're like, yeah, there's no this, there's no that. I can't have Spotify, that kind of stuff.
I don't have to go to like mandatory. Make sure your kid isn't bringing guns to school classes. And
Yeah, that's
stuff,
good.
That's true. That's very true.
There is some
That's
I go to the
positives.
doctor and it costs $2. I mean, it's just awful. Here.
There's upsides, is
Yeah,
what he's
there's
saying.
upsides. You can't have a bathtub, but you'd have no medical bills, so that's good, I guess.
You know
That's
what?
a good trade-off.
We're gonna have to crowdfund. We're gonna have to crowdfund you a bathtub, dude. That's
Yeah.
what we're gonna have to do.
That's a great idea. We'll have the Pashang bathtub GoFundMe.
Yeah,
I
right.
will.
Exactly.
I will stream on Twitch from that month. If you guys do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
I barely
You're
caught
gonna
that one. I barely caught that
One of those
one.
like Victorian age,
A huge
the
claw
legs.
tooth or
Yeah, the
clawed
huge-
foot. I mean tubs.
Right, yeah, huge one. Dude.
Just the top half of me in the water with a dram of Lagavulin and just
Right.
They just
Speaking
leave it
low
they leave
and
it,
slow
downstairs
into the
in his
mic.
apartment, like on the ground, and like expect him to get it up there.
Yeah, they just leave it in the front, like on the sidewalk, like, and you just keep getting tickets on it, right? Because it's.
I do live pretty high up, so that would be a son of a gun to get up the stairs. Fortunately, we do have an elevator.
Oh, they see.
It's got like a pulley system. He's trying to get it up.
Right.
Why are you talking about my imaginary bathtub instead of Windows? It's an amazing album.
Is this the first show you've ever been on? with this?
No. It might be my last.
A little sideways.
I'm
Yeah,
kidding,
yeah.
I'm
So
kidding.
we're going to be getting into the first Windows block next. So now would
Yes.
be a good time to actually retire the bathtub thing until later, and then talk about
Okay,
Windows
right.
a little bit.
We'll put a pin
Until
in it.
later. We're not done with it yet.
Right, I'm writing a note right now, Pashang bathtub, and putting it
Bring
right
up
on my
the bathtub later.
Pashang really seems to like the bathtub conversation, is what I wrote, and the like big eyes on it to remind me.
Hey, there's those inside jokes you were talking about before.
Oh,
Still
yeah.
included.
Well, that's the new one from now on. We'll be
Right.
bringing that up.
So,
Add that to the bingo card.
So, you both, I think, could talk a little bit about some of these. Well, these songs coming up. The first one that's going to be is that Gamma Flow collab that you just released. And that's
Yes.
the one that we're both very excited about. But then you also have the one from Sonic Relatives. And
Ooh, nice.
Lamina Mobile.
and a preview of the Chill Collins one. Did you get?
Yes.
You got permission from Chill, right, for this, or is he
You know what?
quitting?
I don't even know if I don't think I mentioned anything to him. I meant to say, hey, we're gonna preview this, but I mean, I don't think he'll mind.
I don't think he'll mind either. It's a great song.
Yeah, I don't
though.
think he'll mind either. But yeah, I figured we do a preview. It's gonna be not this Friday, but the next Friday. So next week it should be releasing.
Oh,
I didn't
cool.
know you were doing a collab with old Steve.
So-
That's amazing.
I know, right? And on top of that, it is actually the original track that sent me down the Windows path. It is Corner Office, which is, kind of going back to what I said earlier, which was the first track that I wrote that everyone was just kind of like, yeah, you should do this.
Is it like Vapor Synth with big cinematic bram sounds? Because that's what I associate
No,
with Chill Collins.
It's so good, dude. I cannot wait for everyone to hear it. It is. I've listened to it so many times. It's ridiculous.
You made me think of like the movie trailers, the bwang, that kind of stuff.
Literally what I think of when I think Chill Collins.
Right,
Because he just uses them so well.
If that was in
He's very cinematic, yeah.
Right. Even you have this super chilled out, Windows song, and it's just obnoxious, like bwang in the background. You're like, hey,
And the next thing you're like, are we in space?
no,
Is this a movie?
No, you'd be like, is Chill Collins on this song? Is that what happened?
Yeah. I hope he's still in the
Yeah, no, I
cast.
was stoked. I'm a big fan, obviously, of Chill.
too.
So it was an honor, and it was really I don't know. It's very surreal to me still as well. So like, but I
can't
I
believe
keep
we haven't
pushing for
collabed
more.
yet.
I want more collabs. So we'll see.
Ben and Grid said,
Hello.
come on, we're here to talk about Pashang's bathtub, not Windows.
Yeah, Zimmer's still the Brams from Chill. This is true. I agree, Jack.
Tubs, not Windows.
Right. So we could move on to this if you want, unless you have any other questions. I don't know if I should call you Pashang or Brendan. I always get, it's going to be both.
Just call me what makes you feel the most comfortable.
Don't
at
call
home.
him late for
No,
dinner.
it's not that I'm not comfortable. It's just that they're both common for me to say, and it's like my mind blocks both of them and they just dissolve into nothing. And I'm like, hey, do you have any questions on this?
You, guy with Chinese.
Right, guy with Chinese.
White guy living in Korea with Chinese in his name.
Right. That's
tell me that every time.
Oh yeah, this is the way.
And no, here that's your next album title I hear. So that's good. You just announced it on the show.
We were talking about doing an April Fool's. I think I brought it up. April Fool's Sonic Relatives, where everybody went way out of pocket, and I think somebody said I should do some mumble rapping. I might actually do that.
Yeah,
I think
we're gonna all have to do. We're all gonna have to pull out the stops.
That would be incredible.
Yeah. Do you know where that phrase comes from?
No.
Which one?
Pull out all the stops.
What?
Comes from the pipe organ.
Oh, I did not know
from
that.
a Hans Zimmer documentary because
Where in the body is
him. I was watching his relationship build with the pipe organist from the Interstellar soundtrack, and I learned what pulling all the stops actually sounds like. It was super dope, and then I went and bought a pipe organ. Yes.
So where in the body is the pipe organ? Is anybody going to answer that question?
Say what?
What?
So where in the body is the pipe organ?
depends on how good of a day I'm having.
Oh, there it is.
It was a good dad joke right there, buddy.
No, it wasn't. I would never say that around my kids.
What? Fine. That's probably why your kid's always smarter. That's fine. Your kid will be smart. That's fine.
Right.
I'll give it at least 2 more years before I start making wiener jokes.
That's why
he does, however.
I get it.
Oh, he does pick his nose. I call him out on it, but then I realize I do it in front of him sometimes.
All kids do. I threaten to tell all my kids' friends at school all the time. I'm like, I'm going to tell your friends you pick your nose and eat the boogers. They're like, don't you do that. And I'm like, well, stop doing it then.
It's so gross.
Right, you're like filming them with like an 80s like over the shoulder VHS camcorder. Be like, go ahead, do it again. Do it again.
Go ahead.
One more time.
Instead of blowing your nose, go ahead. No big.
God.
Do you want to move on to the first Windows block here, and then when we come back and talk about the stuff coming up? And I'm very excited for anyone who hasn't heard this collab with Gamma that just came out. I would absolutely recommend picking this up. I love this song. I was actually knowing both him and Gamma to put this up on Bandcamp because they did it like a day late or something, and I was like, do it. What is wrong with you? Yeah, I have to get this.
We were so disorganized, the two of us, because everything.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, it was just the summer. Yeah, right. Plus, it's us, right? It's the two of us together. But it's just the summer is notoriously difficult already.
Yeah.
So and then he's also dealing with now having a new child and everything. So it's just like there's a lot going on.
Fair.
Yeah, for sure. Let's move on to this, and then if there's anything else you can say about it after, we can come back and talk about it. If not, we'll talk about the next block, which is kind of fun, I think, as well. So here it is, if you haven't heard it, the newest one by Gamma Flow and WinDose. With a volume increase. And we're back. And I figured out what the song makes me feel like. The last one, especially, the Corner Office. In my video editing software, there's an effect called tails, which makes like this kind of like repeating ghosty effect on any of the motions. And that is like how I feel internally when I'm listening to that track. Like it's this like ethereal, ghosty kind of vibe that I absolutely love. I remember the first time you showed me that track, even in its infancy. And I was just like, this is going to be great. And this final version is even better than I thought it could be.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me every time, dude, is like when I wrote that, so I've been waiting, I want to say almost like a year. Oh, I got a little echo there. Sorry, my bad. So I've been waiting like a year to do the collab with Chill because we were busy and everything. You know, he was busy, I was busy. Yeah. And then when he finally worked on it and sent it back to me, I almost put it on the album. Like and I'm still struggling with the idea of whether or not I should, but I feel like it's just a single's fine, right? I mean, it's just like, but it's so damn good. And I just, I don't know. Like I said, it's rare that, that I get that warm, fuzzy feeling. You know what I mean? But it seems like over the last year, it's been more and more kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. There's a lot of things. Like there's a lot of collabs that I've done that are just special to me. I don't know. Like, so I don't know. There's a lot of things.
Go on. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm running out of things to say.
I was going to say we got to get Future Past Radio to clip that. It's so damn good, right? And just use that as one shots over your song when he mixes it in.
Right.
Or that could just be like a constant. I mean, you know, we got to get our soundboard situation figured out. I mean, Warren and I have to, because getting little clips like that would be excellent for like after a great song is split.
Right. Yeah, that was so good. Sorry.
Did you see the bending grid post, Pashang?
No, I was just gonna say that requires having only one person at a time talking for a little while to clip something. I don't think it's possible.
True. Yeah, I guess. Benny Grid just gave a $5 super chat and just
$5 bathtub joke.
And somehow landed in first place. Must be those Korean bathtubs. I am sorry, by the way, that this is now the thing of the show.
Great. I hope it sticks, because before I was the sleepless wonder that was always half awake and insomnia'd out, and I definitely prefer bathtub jokes.
Right. Plus now you have a whole new image to work with going forward. That's the thing.
Like, that's one thing we have in common, friend, is that we don't sleep.
Yeah, sadly. Yeah. Although the guy I worked on the Boogie album with, Addictum, said he averages 5 hours a night.
Oh God!
All the time.
That sounds about
on
right.
Purpose.
I
do too, but it's not on purpose.
Perfect. Yeah.
You're like, I do too, but I just feel awful all day, every day because of it.
Yeah. No. Real talk.
That's me in a nutshell right there as well. I get like 5 to 6 is usually my go-to.
There was one day this summer vacation where I slept for about 14 hours, and I almost cried. I was so happy when I woke up. It felt so good.
Oh, I bet.
My wife was.
I'm just like Pashang's Vaporwave album. You know what? You know what's funny about that is I don't know when it's going to happen, but we've talked about this though. But making like a dark. Making like a dark, what do you call it, vaporwave or vapor synth like album together.
Yeah,
you two would be the best.
I would
for that.
really like
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah, we'll see when we have time for it. Obviously,
well,
I turn everything slightly darker when I mess with it. Like
it's okay.
That remix with Nicky Rixey was a bit dark, the original version, but then I took it and it just all.
I like.
Wouldn't the joke be on us though if you released like the vaporwave album of this decade, right? And it was all like liminal bathrooms and tubs and stuff like that, and this was your giant middle finger to everybody in the chat here.
That's actually a really good idea.
We'll just crowdfund them. We're going to crowdfund the bathtub via album sales.
Well, it was
everybody buy my vinyl.
Temporal Waves would get the main credit. I just ran with it.
Yeah, you guys, everybody should buy the vinyl, for sure.
Of what?
The bathroom vinyl?
The bathroom one?
Of anything that Pashang has made.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes, I agree.
I'm still waiting. I can't wait to get the werewolves one. I don't remember the whole name of it off the top of my head because I'm terrible. But
yeah, we call it the Nazi werewolves one.
Oh, you mean Night of the Invasion of the Nazi Marsupial Werewolves from Outer Space?
Yes.
Is that
Yeah, just rolls off the tongue.
I'm waiting for that.
Just rolls right off the tongue there. Yes, no, I'm excited about that one too.
It does when you've done it for a while.
That's right. That is right.
I can't wait to get my ears on this WinDose album, man. It's actually weird how little of it I've heard, considering how much we throw songs at each other for feedback and stuff. I actually haven't heard that much of it. That's all I had to say. That was it.
I did it. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
It's awful, isn't it?
Isn't
it awful when he
the
does
worst
that?
feeling for you. I'm so sorry.
It's awful.
It's not my show.
No, I know exactly what was going on, and I was like, "Don't do this to Pashang. Don't do this."
Just leave him hanging.
It's like 3 a.m. where he is, right? And he's co-hosting.
To myself. It's 1:16 a.m.
I can't help it, man. I really can't. Like, I literally, there's something about dead silence that kills me every time. Like,
yeah, it kills us too, just in a different way.
Well, you guys are yammering away. My son actually came in. I talked to him in a quiet voice, gave him a big hug and a slap on the butt, sent him back to bed, and nobody even noticed. It was great.
That's right.
Oh yeah, my daughter has come in a few times.
No, I remember. I heard it. I just didn't say anything.
I didn't hear anything.
It was before the last block, I think it was, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Bending Grid has a really interesting question. It just popped up in the chat. How did you come up with the name Night of the Invasion of the Nazi Marsupial Werewolves from Outer Space? Can I field that question, even though it's not my show? I'm very
It is your show.
interested in
It's your show today.
I'm a host. I'm not the focus, but yes. To answer your question, Bending Grid, I almost called you by your real name, but I don't know how cool you are with that being a thing that everybody knows. I collabed on the album, every track, with my absolutely bonkers friend, Phil, aka the Stranded Alien. And his theme for the album from the get-go was werewolves. And then, we started talking about it in 2023, and then in 2024, a certain orange guy was elected president, and he was like, "Can we make the werewolves Nazis and kill them?" And because he's just, super angry leftist, and I was like, yes, because I'm also a super angry leftist. So I thought that was a great idea. So we made a fictional horror movie soundtrack about killing Nazi werewolves from outer space, but the werewolves are marsupials.
I love, by the way,
yes.
I love when people do like fake soundtracks and like Miami Nights did that OST for the game that didn't happen and all that kind of stuff. That's the huge nerd side in me. I love that. And then my hope is always that some filmmaker somewhere will hear that soundtrack you made and be like, this is a great idea. And then we are going to see this
video for it.
Right,
the werewolf thing.
Yeah, but that was using clips from Howling, I believe. Howling 3, the best Howling, in my opinion.
The best kept secret of this album is every single track has a music video on YouTube already, and they're all on Bandcamp too.
That's
so if you go to the songs and click video, you can actually watch a music video that Stranded Alien put together for them.
I absolutely love that album, by the way. It's like I remember doing the listening party, and then I don't think I said a word almost the entire time because I was just like sitting there like entranced from like this madness of an album that I love so much.
It is purely insane. But it's not
so
Synthwave.
Good. It's so good. It's like to me, it was kind of like if Floyd was to come out with like a new album nowadays. Like to me, that's kind of what it felt like to me.
Well, Phil does not play by any rules, not even his own. He plays everything live. He doesn't know how to use a DAW. Like, he's a truly performer-first musician, and he's bonkers good. And today we broke ground on the first track for the vampire-themed follow-up.
Ooh, there you go.
It's got pipe organ. I'm finally going to get that pipe organ VST's money out of it.
Yes, and we've come full circle. I love it.
Yes, I might have to do some vocals from my bathroom.
Right, there you go. And that will wrap everything up into one nice little package.
Bathtub vocals.
So let's talk about. It's already 11:20 here, so we got 40 minutes left. So I want to talk a little bit about this next block. In this next block, we have songs by everybody that you are collabing with. I think on what you're doing the singles, right? But some of these people might be on the album. Is that correct?
Well, Sleepless Nights is working on something, 1 or 2 tracks that he's gonna hop on the album.
Yep.
Possibly Gamma, and then this guy named Powerbook.
Yeah, weird.
That's a cool name.
I've heard some things.
It's like an old computer thing, but
like WinDose and Powerbook. I wonder who that duo is.
That is a weird coincidence. That's a coincidence.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's okay with you guys, let's move on so that we don't run out of time.
Quick question though. Are you premiering the Powerbook song?
I am playing a song by the artist known as Powerbook. Yes. Not right now, but in this next block.
Dude, okay, listen. I'm so excited for everybody to hear this.
Don't be so excited.
Idea. I have literally been sitting alone on this track without showing anybody forever, and I'm so happy.
I've showed some people. I mean, he showed some people in some of these chats before, so some people have heard this before.
Okay, I've never heard you or anybody talk about Powerbook really, so it's like there's
a reason for that.
I'm super excited. I really am. Like I am so damn proud of this track. So,
nice. Thank you for stating that. I'll let him know.
You should.
All right, but it's Pashang. Do you have any other questions before we move on to these?
Oh, I always have questions, but most of them are irrelevant and stupid. So let's go on to the music.
Save those questions for after, though, because I want to get most of those in. I mean, but more of those in before the show ends. So, so let's move on to this next block. This is the we'll be collabing with WinDose block, starting out first with a song by Sleepless Nights. And we're back. Excellent block there from his not influences, people he'll be collabing with. And I'm very excited to hear more of these collabs. I love when two of my favorite people come together to do something, and I don't know what it is yet. I mean, I've been hearing some of this stuff along the way, but there's some stuff I haven't heard yet, so I'm very much looking forward to that. Are you still there, right, Pashang?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm here now.
Oh.
I'm back. My computer crashed.
Right.
It's been acting funky lately. I don't know what's going on.
I was just gonna say I'll have to fake Dom's voice and field some of these questions you have. If he didn't get back.
Do a fake Dom. Do it now. I want to hear your impression of me.
All right, go ahead, Pashang. Could you ask Dom a question, and he'll answer in his own voice?
I don't know who Dom is, but yeah, I can do that. So WinDose, what would you say is the feature of Serum that really keeps you using it more than any other synth that you might possess or could possess in the future? What makes it your go-to synthesizer?
Well, I don't know, brother. I just turn some knobs on it and then hit go, and then I just slam my head on the keys. Any other questions?
Oh. I thought you were going to throw in a
gosh.
quiet kids in there.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. I don't know. Shut up!
I thought that was me talking. That's weird.
There you go. I got you yelling at
now
dogs in the background.
Good Lord.
All right,
No,
now,
but
you really
I'll
answer that question. Right, you really answer that question.
So here's the thing is, when I found out how to actually use Serum, I realized that I don't need anything else, because literally Serum, you can do whatever you really want. There is, and now even more with Serum 2. And I can't even, it's hard to describe. Like, I think also I suffer from crippling, feeling daunted, like opening up a new VST to me is like opening up a new DAW. And then I'm immediately overwhelmed. You know what I mean? It's a very daunting thing for me every time.
Well, sometimes you want to be able to focus, right? And you don't want it to be like, good news, here's your new VST. There's 10,000 options. Here you go.
Right.
Enjoy.
Yeah. It's like what they did with the new Nexus. Like, I was just like,
oh, I've got the new Nexus. I don't know what to do. And I've got a bunch of the packs for it, and it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I mean, it's got great sounds, but my God, is it overwhelming for me.
That's anyways. How I felt when I opened Omnisphere for the first time at my homie's studio. It was just like, this looks like ass. And also, there are 700,000 sounds.
My friend recently got it and showed me too, and I'm like, I feel overwhelmed by the view of this. You know, by just like everything in it.
There's so few controls on the. What's that?
Temp asked a question actually. I don't know how to answer that question though. Here's the thing: is I'm still learning, and I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, I just make noises, and then I go, "Hey,
he doesn't know what any
of
those words mean that you asked." I think is what he's getting at.
I'm gonna guess subtractive with a hint of frequency modulation. That's
I was gonna say I probably do some of the things he's mentioning there. I just don't know the professional speak for it. You know what I mean?
I like wavetable synthesis because you can draw pretty pictures and turn it into sound.
That's a cool idea.
Yes, and lots of stuff we could clip from this show and add to stuff. Apparently.
Oh yeah. Here's a question for the host and guest. What is your dream song? Like the song you want to make? I say we start with memory design. He hasn't been talking that much this episode.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. My dream song to make?
The song you've always wanted to make, like a song. I understand the question perfectly because I have this feeling constantly like that. A song, a melody, a vibe, a progression, or something in your head that you've always wanted to create.
So I have this
dream song.
I try to make this every so often, and I tried to make this for Sonic Relatives before with one of these tracks I showed that I didn't end up finishing. But I love like huge cinematic builds, you know, with like drums and a big build up into some big, like, you know, almost movie soundtrack esque explosion of like emotion and everything at the end, and carrying that through to the end of the song. And I've tried it several times going forward. I have an idea for something similar to this on the album I'm doing right now, and I've never been able to accurately recreate the sound I hear in my head. So, I mean, stay tuned for that. Maybe it'll happen at some point, but I'm still working on that kind of stuff. I love big build-ups in songs and that kind of stuff in emotional parts.
That legit sounds like my favorite vibe, the post-rock / synthwave, post-synthwave vibe that Volcore X invented.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And that's my dream. To answer the Game Nights question, my dream song would be to write an EP in 3 parts, about 20 minutes. That's just one song broken up into 3 acts, in collaboration with Volcore X. He's on the drums and making some arps. I'm doing some crazy synth nonsense and lots of cinematic percussion, stuff like that. Volcore X is a crazy, mysterious guy, but he's also really nice. And he actually mastered a song for me this year or last year for my birthday. It was really, really nice of him. So I really want to work with a guy like full on 100% collab on a track at some point. That's my dream.
And your dream, WinDose?
To make a good song.
All right.
Lame.
Horrible guess.
No, I would.
Horrible guess.
I would absolutely love if I could make what's in my head. You know what I mean? Like if I could ever do the thing. I feel like I'm constantly chasing this note or noise or sound that it just never happens. Every time I've ever tried to do it, anything that I'm like thinking, like I always say I'm envious of you because you do this. Like you can think of something and then make it. I can't do that. Like everything's done on the fly for me.
Yeah, well, obviously I can't make everything I'm thinking of based on my answer, but I appreciate you saying that. That is the weird way I do stuff, but sometimes, stuff on the fly works too. I mean, and yeah, I'm sure we've all done that thing where we have this idea and then we randomly come across like a preset or you're messing with a preset or something like that and you're like, wow, this sound is awesome, and it just changes your whole, trajectory on the, the song.
Yeah, that was kind of what happened with the WinDose thing. Was I was like, in my learning phase of trying to like do sound design, you know what I mean, trying to design like synths and things like that. I was reverse engineering presets and stuff like that I would pick up, and there's this guy that makes these presets. His name is like Goey, I believe, or something like that. I forget.
I have some Serum presets from him.
Yes.
They're good.
So he makes some wild ones, right? And I was reverse engineering them, trying to figure out how to like recreate some aspects of it, because there's some of the stuff he makes that I have to tweak and like, in order to get what I want out of it. But like that was the big shift, was me actually trying to figure out like that whole path of like, how do I create this like WinDose sound that I'm going for? And like I said, the album is much different than the regular chill synth stuff I make. I mean, I think the chill synth stuff I make is still in that line, you know what I mean? But like, it's not, the album is just, to me, is just so much different. And that's why I was like, I kind of wanted to keep it for a while, like a secret of this sound I was designing. And I don't know. It just, every time I talk about myself, I feel like I sound so.
No, it's okay. And the secret thing was so funny too. Like, yeah, I'm gonna keep that. Warren. Oh wait, am I blowing the illusion?
No,
now?
You're not. No, yeah.
Pashang told me he would never talk to me again if I broke that illusion that Warren and WinDose are not the same person. So
yeah, right. No, I've had that.
Oh
that
my
was,
god, I've ruined
so funny.
it.
We were in a
ruined
listening
it, Pashang.
party.
Sorry.
No, it was so funny. We were in a listening party and a WinDose track came on. And then the first person to say anything was Old, and Old was like, "Yeah, he's Warren," and I'm like, "Oh, well, there that goes."
You can always count on
so
that.
Fun.
WinDose, tell Dave I'm not talking to him.
Oh, Dave, Brendan says he loves you. He thinks you're the most handsome person on the planet. Just want to let you know.
I just got a call from Warren, and he wanted me to tell WinDose to tell Pashang I'm not talking to him anymore.
I miss
It's going to get really convoluted. I like this.
Hold on, I've got a whole.
I just talked to PowerBook,
notepad.
and he told me that Windows said that the word.
I've got a whole list here. It starts with the Pashang bathtub thing, and then I've got this whole
Somebody
list of
named
people's
Wealth
names.
popped in?
Yeah, right.
Somebody named Wealth. I don't know who that is, but they said something too.
Yeah, you're supposed to do a wealth track for me too.
Yep,
I
that's
thought
going to be the
for
next.
summer.
That'll be the next persona. Will be Wealth if I do. If I ever do that, that's going to be like funk and like drum and bass and probably some dark stuff if I ever get around to it.
don't steal Panther Wolf's vibe now though.
Ooh.
Ha!
Off balance,
Off balance,
matter.
on balance.
I've had that shit in my head all day.
Yeah, it's catchy. That catchy stuff.
Important question.
I was going to say,
from,
we got about
Sam.
4 minutes before the show's ending, by the way. So get these questions in now,
God.
and then we have to do our sign-off. I can't believe it's already so close to noon.
Favorite flavor of instant oatmeal?
Oh, good
from
one.
Dream Pocket. That's a good question. I'm gonna say maple and brown sugar, but with less milk, a little bit less milk than the recipe calls for, and a little bit of extra brown sugar, and about half a shot of Jack Daniels.
Good answer.
Or whatever crappy whiskey you have sitting around. It doesn't you bake the alcohol out of it pretty much, but they get a little bit of that taste, the flavor.
Right. But then you got to have a little bit of the whiskey with it, just to.
You're gonna drink the other half of the shot. Yeah,
Right. Of course.
I like brown sugar and maple oatmeal as well with raisins because I'm a psychopath.
Yeah. Well,
raisins are delicious,
yeah,
dude.
I love raisins.
I love raisins.
I'm the most boring out of anyone. It's just like my coffee. Like I like black coffee and regular oatmeal. I hate flavors in oatmeal and I hate flavors in coffee and a bunch of stuff like that. So
Shut up.
I
Dave.
suck. I don't know. No, I'm for real. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I know you're for real. Listen,
I'm
that's
the
where you're-
easiest.
Dave eats bland food, but he has one of the most creative minds I've ever met. So
I'm really easy. I'm a really
it's
easy house
okay.
guest. I don't need anything special. But thank you.
like, here's your water and your bread, and he's like, "Thank you."
I'm happy. I'm happy with
This
that.
is exactly what I wanted.
I appreciate
Go make
everything.
Half
Okay.
toasted, There's
Regular
only a little
oatmeal.
spot with butter on it.
Yeah.
Synthwave.
Nick Ricks is sterile cakes. I assume what does that translate to here in the U.S.? Is that for a toilet?
Oh.
Is that toilet cake thing?
I think that's the toilet bowl cakes.
Oh yeah, those are great too. Actually, need a little bit of.
Yeah, they're
That's-
tasty. They smell great.
Right, you need the shot of Jack Daniels before that, before you can
Ooh,
enjoy
Everybody
that.
always
Daniel-
asks,
Daniel
like,
crazy
"Wow, your
are.
breath smells so good. What is that?" I'm like, "Toilet cakes."
Yeah, toilet
obviously."
cakes. It's like what's your clone?
Right.
Axe body spray, toilet
Right,
cake
toilet
edition.
cakes.
The
That's
toilet
right.
cake edition. Yeah.
I'm not even pretending anymore.
All right, guys. Well, it's 10 to the hour, and we have to say our goodbyes. Believe it or not, I always say the show flies by, and it always does. This one may be the
Bingo.
fastest one I've ever experienced. Honestly.
Yeah, it was pretty fast, honestly. Like I haven't even had to pee yet. That's pretty weird because I pee all the time.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I had to go like 3 times during the show because I'm just chugging water during this whole thing.
Well, that's why he's got a special bottle underneath his desk.
Yeah, right. That's right. Then anything else
That's
you'd
right.
like to expose that I've privately told you? No, that is not true. I have modern facilities here. See, now all the bathroom stuff is about me. See, there you go, Pashang. I got you. It's
There we
off
go.
you now. It's on me.
Oh man, what was last week's Fati bass? Is that what that
Fozzie
was?
Bass.
Fati
Faulty
bass.
base. Those are
It's got a lot of
tweets,
Fati bass.
Timberwaves.
All right, listen, I love you guys. By the way, I love you both. Thank
We
you
love you too, buddy.
Yeah, we love you too.
for so much for doing this today. I appreciate everybody coming out,
Well-
and I just want to tell you guys to be kind to each other and love each other. Be nice.
I feel privileged to celebrate this new release with you and to have you as a friend. And thank you
Same
for
here.
bringing me along on the ride. And that goes the same for Brandon as well. I appreciate you maybe
Yeah.
more than you know. From the very beginning,
Aw.
you and I have connected and everything. And you're a very important person to me. So thank you for doing this with
Thank
me.
you.
And
Agreed.
I really feel honored to know both of you.
I had a glorious time. This is well worth being exhausted tomorrow morning. Definitely. I'm super happy to do it. No sarcasm at all.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. So, all right. I guess to everybody else, too, in the audience, thank you for coming. And thank you every week for the people that come. You make this show worth doing. And we feel very privileged to have you guys here as well.
Agreed.
So,
absolutely.
I hope everyone has a great rest of their week. And we will be back next week.
I won't, but I'll be in the chat.
Which I appreciate.
Later, everybody.
Later, everyone.
Toodles.
out to me. Reach out to me.